Streaming from the 22 News Broadcast Center. This is 22 News at 4 p.m. Digital Edition.
Good Monday afternoon. I'm Nick Oresco, and thank you for joining us for 22 News at 4 o'clock. Top stories in just a moment. But first, we have a couple backups to talk about on this Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Meteorologist Brian Lapp is tracking that all.
Yeah, we've got, it's kind of unusual. I guess this would be a slightly reduced evening commute because of the holiday. Yeah. Regardless of what's happening, we've got a backup here on I-91 South, downtown Springfield. That's where it's happening. So just something to be aware of here, that 91 South, just north of 291 to Forest Park, is running slow. Otherwise, there is a little bit of a slowdown here on, you know what this might be, Nick? This might be all of the folks from Connecticut and New York coming home from their long weekend in Vermont. I'm looking at Nick, but I should be talking to you. That's probably what it is. It's probably the post-ski weekend volume happening here on I-91 South. Anyway, we're good on the Pike, and otherwise things are looking okay northbound on 991. So you might want to pack a little bit of patience if you're heading towards Springfield here this afternoon and early this evening. Temperatures right now, 30 Greenfield, Northampton, 28 in Westfield, 29 in Springfield, 28 in Orange, about what we expected. Snow on the ground and the cold is on the way. The snow that we've got now is going to stick around for a while, I expect. And by the way, we've got some scattered snow showers here off to our west. These could roll into the valley during the mid to late evening hours. We'll track that potential on 22 News starting at 5.
We know that one person has died from their injuries after a crash this morning, which caused a closure on Route 9 in Cummington. According to state police, troopers responded at around 9:30 this morning to a crash on Route 9 westbound at Fairgrounds Road for a serious crash with injuries involving a box truck and a car. One person was taken by helicopter to the hospital and another taken by ambulance. One of the victims has died. We don't know the names of the victims. As of right now, the eastbound side is back open. The crash is under investigation. Troopers responded to a crash on I-91 South in Springfield this afternoon. This is what our 22 News crew saw when they drove by. According to state police, 3 cars were involved. As of this afternoon, the left lane was closed pending the clearance of 2 vehicles that were disabled in the crash. No word on injuries. We'll have updates tonight at 5. Police in Westfield are looking for a suspect after a robbery at the Cumberland Farms on Main Street early Sunday morning. Police say the suspect used a gun during the incident. They added the suspect approached the convenience store on foot and that the employee on duty was not hurt. The suspect is described as a stocky, light-skinned Hispanic male who speaks with a Hispanic accent. Anyone with information and video is asked to contact Detective Williams at the email or phone number you see right there on your screen. In Palmer now, one suspect faces multiple drug charges after police made an arrest Sunday afternoon on North Main Street. Officers stopped an unregistered car and noticed the suspect had a white powdered substance. A search found a large quantity of cocaine and multiple grams of fentanyl. The suspect is being held on $25,000 bond. They are scheduled to be arraigned Tuesday at Palmer District Court. After a snowy weekend around here, Brian, now we dive into the cold.
Yeah, and persistent cold here, at least through the weekend. You know, before I forget about it, I should mention the fact that if we get enough clear air here tonight, there's the chance to see the northern lights. Apparently there's a geomagnetic storm that has been emitted from the sun that could create enough activity in our ionosphere. I'm kind of treading in unfamiliar waters here, so there is that possibility. I had one book in meteorology school about this sort of stuff. So anyway, if you're into that sort of thing, it's worth taking a look tonight if we get into some clear air, although I'm not anticipating a ton of that tonight. Clouds and radar, 345, showing a few flurries over the Berkshires now and some scattered snow showers here off to the west. Let's take a look with our 22 News Storm Team Skycast. 5 o'clock here this afternoon. Mixture of setting sunshine and clouds, chance for a few flurries west of the Connecticut River. After 7 o'clock, there could be an isolated snow shower, so watch out for a few scattered snow showers, say 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock. By midnight, we are clearing out. So again, there is the chance to see the northern lights. They're very fickle, elusive, and rare around here, but there is that possibility. 7 o'clock here tomorrow morning, temperatures are in the teens, we expect, and as we move through the day here, mixture of sunshine and clouds, a little breeze out of the west-southwest, and high temperatures in the 20s here tomorrow. We'll update on 22 News starting at 5.
Well, the New England Patriots are officially heading to the AFC Championship game. The Pats were out in the snow in Foxborough Sunday, winning the divisional game against the Houston Texans 28-16. Head coach Mike Vrabel said that while it was a successful game, the team is not satisfied and that more is still needed. With the win, the Patriots are headed to the Empire Field, where they'll face off against the #1 seed Denver Broncos. The winner of that game on Sunday will go on to play in Super Bowl 60. After an overtime loss to the Denver Broncos on Saturday, the Buffalo Bills have announced they have fired their head coach, Sean McDermott. Under the helm, they reached the playoffs in 8 of his 9 seasons, ending a 17-year playoff drought, but also becoming the NFL's first team to win a playoff round in 6 consecutive years, but never reaching the Super Bowl in his 9 years of coaching. McDermott finished his career with the Bills with an overall record of 98-50, while he was 8-8 in the playoffs. And here in Western Massachusetts, there is a coaching change for the Springfield Thunderbirds. The team announcing current assistant coach for the St. Louis Blues, Steve Ott, will assume his role of head coach for the remainder of the season. The T-Birds' former coach had been with the team for 2 years, but produced an overall losing record during that time with 47 wins, 50 losses, along with a record of 4-8 in overtime. Coach Ott will join the team later this week and bring 9 seasons of experience behind the bench at the NHL level, in addition to 14 years in the league as a player. Well, tonight on 22 News, starting at 5 o'clock, the Springfield museums, usually closed on Mondays, today is Monday, are open to celebrate MLK Jr. Day. Hear from visitors enjoying a day off and learning some local history. And it was a weekend for skiing. Our 22 News Storm Team breaks down how recent snow is giving a boost to some local slopes. Plus, we'll continue our coverage of all the sights and sounds from Gillette Stadium Sunday night as the Pats get ready for their next week's championship game. Brian.
Roads for the most part are dry and running a little slow here on I-91 from Northampton to Holyoke, and there's also a backup on I-91 South in downtown Springfield. So just be aware that even though it is a holiday, things are running a little bit slow in spots. The Pike seems to be okay, both east and west of the city. Cold air in place. We'll let you know about the potential for a couple of snowflakes tonight on 22 News starting at 5.
And a programming alert. We will be on the 22 News Plus app tonight, along with wwlp.com for the evening news. Basketball is on NBC, so that's where you can find us. Updates anytime, of course, on our website, wwlp.com. We'll see you tonight starting at 5.